I know this movie's a classic, and so I'm just really excited to finally watch it. So The Sun Has Risen, 2001, A Space Odyssey. And back to black nothingness. And the movie's over. That was quick. Okay. Beautiful sunset. I hear birds chirping. The dawn of man. So we're going way back to just after the dinosaurs, maybe. Looks like a desert. I wonder where they shot this. These are very pretty shots. The closest place I've ever been to a desert is like out west, like Arizona and Nevada. But I'd love to go to like a real desert like this one day. Looks like there might be something on that rock. I've been to the Grand Canyon. That's what this sort of reminds me of. Comment below if you've been to the Grand Canyon. A bird in the distance. Whispering wind. Looks like a... Oh. Looks like a skeleton. So this is called the dawn of man. Are we going to see like the original humans, like cavemen, like hominids? And that'd be cool. I wonder if those are real apes or men in ape suits. Yeah, that's definitely a man in a suit. Alright, I'm guessing maybe since this is called the dawn of man, they're suggesting that human beings evolved from these apes. I mean, these are the earliest forms of man. Hairy men. I believe our DNA is just like 98% the same as apes. Like 2% difference. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that percentage. Something like that, though. Our DNA is very closely much similar to apes. You know, it's funny. I teach children music classes. I'm like the music teacher for these schools. And watching these apes remind me of these young children. I was thinking the other day how like young children are basically like wild animals. And trying to tame them is basically like trying to tame wild animals at the zoo. So it looked like they might be about to fight, and then they didn't. So that's good, I guess. Well, looks like a nice place to sit and meditate. Oh, and there's our little ape family hanging out under the rock, taking a nap, getting ready for bed, maybe. We'll say I can tell this was made quite a while ago because of the visual effects, but I don't mind the visual effects. They don't bother me, but I can definitely tell it was made quite some time ago. Their little eyes look kind of spooky in the dark. Their eyes look... It'd be funny if human beings still slept like that today, like with their family. They just all slept in the same, huddled up against each other. You know, I guess, people do kind of sleep, like, when they're young and their parents have young children, they all snuggle together. So something's upsetting this ape. That looks like a black rectangle. And there's some like holy music. Sounds like people singing. Is it some like mystical object from outer space or something? Maybe that other family of apes built that and left that there for them to declare war. Where'd it go? What happened? All that build up and then nothing? Where did the black rectangle go? He's like, It's just breaking bones. What is this supposed to symbolize? Oh gosh. Oh. Oh. Okay. I feel like there is some deep symbolism going on, but I'm not exactly sure what that was supposed to symbolize. Keep saying he. This could be a she. Wonder if they're gonna start talking. Oh, okay. So they're all eating some sort of meat. But maybe this movie is gonna make kind of a point about how being civilized is actually kind of an illusion, and we're really just not that different from apes. We like to think we are, but we still have the same primal instincts. We might think our brain's capable of functioning beyond our primal instincts, but we're still driven by the same need to want to survive and procreate and eat food, sleep, mate. Oh, they're picking on this one. Oh, no. No, they're all like ganging up on this one ape. Why? Why? I don't understand. What did this ape do? Throwing the bone in the sky. Oh. Did it turn into a spaceship? So now we're back in outer space. From the perspective of God Almighty, perhaps. Our source, where we all came from. Whenever I go to like nightclubs, I have this thought. If aliens invaded this nightclub, they would think, well, there's no reason to save humanity. Nightclubs remind me of just apes goofing around. Not really creating anything meaningful. I used to have that thought. Okay, so I see a sphere with like a cross, so maybe that's symbolic of religion of some sort. It's like a cross, but a sphere. So I wonder if we're supposed to be viewing this as if we are in a spaceship or as if we are in space. Okay, there's a looks like a person with a hand. I know this music so well, but I had no idea its origins were this movie. So there's some spinny thing. What is that thing? Grip shoes. She looks human, even though she's walking like a weirdo. I like her hat. Looks like it's some sort of protective helmet, maybe? Okay, so this guy, he's sleeping. Wow. This is quite a movie so far with no dialogue. I wouldn't be talking this much if there was actual dialogue, but I don't think I've ever seen a movie that's lasted this long into it with no human dialogue before, I don't think. Okay, so humans are flying through space. It's weird, those human people look identical though. So maybe they're not human. Maybe they're not fully human. Maybe they're like a hybrid of human and space creature. So I guess we just flash forwarded from apes all the way to the future. But the title said The Dawn of Man. So I never saw evolution into man. I still haven't seen the evolution into man and women and woman. All I see is suddenly we're in space again. So I guess we've jumped way far into the future, but I never saw the evolution, the steps between the apes and now.
Anything special that you want?
A telephone.
We got lots of telephones already.
A bush baby.
Well, we'll have to see about that.
Bush baby?
But this epidemic could quite easily spread to our base. We should be given all the facts.
As I said, I'm at liberty to discuss it.
Something mysterious is happening.
Remember to bring that darling little daughter with you.
Well, that'll all depend on the school vacations and all that sort of thing. Don't forget, you got a standing invitation if you ever get to the States.
No, of course not.
Interesting the way that lady has her hands like this. It's actually a yoga symbol, a yoga mudra.
Good luck to you.
Oh, thank you. Ladies?
So that was interesting. They want information from him. He doesn't want to give it because he's hiding something spooky that's going on in space, perhaps. Aliens. Okay, so in space they watch karate. I love those little space hats. They look like foamy, like comfortable helmets. Oh gosh, is this a space game? Oh, that's how they eat. They like suck food. So I wonder if those people are like humans or like hybrids, like part human, part something else in the future. Maybe they're robots and they just look like humans. So this person doesn't walk normally like most humans. So perhaps she is a robot. Maybe it's just because they're in space that they walk that way. Gravity's different in their little space room. She's turned into Pippi Longstocking. Walking on the ceiling. Comment below if you know that reference. Okay, so big, spherical. That's how they eat in space. They suck on straws. Maybe you get more nutrients that way. Only smoothies in space. So that looks like the moon. Or some moon. Maybe not the Earth's moon. Some other planet other than Earth. So I get it. It's a big spaceship in space. Looks like it's about to land on something. Is this like the moon landing? If I was watching this at home and not being filmed, I would get up and dance right now. Comment below if you like ballet. Okay, so astronauts on this planet. What is this planet? Oh, there's already astronauts there. It looks like, and the other spaceship is arriving. Oh. Oh boy. It looks like a city of some sort, like something lives there, maybe. There's already technology there of sorts. Is it a real planet in our solar system, or is it a fictional? Either way, it's fictional, obviously, but it's supposed to be. So I guess there's like people living on this planet in this little chamber. So far, this movie has a lot of music with no dialogue.
Excuse me, Dr. Alderson. I'm through now. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
A business meeting of sorts. Looks like the American flag and blue flag with star. I don't know what that flag is. I should know.
Now, I'm sure you're all aware of the extremely grave potential for cultural shock and social disorientation.
I'm sensing aliens. Some sort of alien species they've contacted.
Council has requested that formal security oaths be obtained in writing from everyone who has any knowledge of this event. Were there any more questions?
What's the event? I have a question. What happened?
As there seems to be no more questions, I think we ought to get on with the briefing. Thank you, Dr. Floyd.
What are they covering up? Aliens. It's gotta be aliens. Looks like that spaceship's moving quite fast. I wonder if this is just gonna be a slow build up to aliens. So this music sounds like haunting. Am I supposed to be scared? So that's definitely a different planet. That's not Earth, but it looks like it has its own moon. Or is that what Earth has become in the future? And this is what Earth looks like in the future because we've destroyed all the green life on the planet.
You name it.
What would you like to suck up? Oh, it looks like that's like normal food that they like. Well, they don't like drink it.
And what's more, the evidence seems pretty conclusive that seems to have been deliberately buried.
Well, how about a little coffee?
Oh, they still have coffee in space. I would ride that spaceship. I'm drinking coffee right now, this late at night. I shouldn't be. I'm addicted. It's my one vice.
The only thing we're sure of is it was buried 4 million years ago.
4 million years ago? I wonder what was buried 4 million years ago. Time portal? Maybe they buried a bunch of sushi. I would bury sushi for future generations of beings. Maybe it's the body of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, or some spiritual being that they're going to resurrect. This movie sounds, or the music sounds very much like church-like a little bit. But if the church was really like creepy and culty. This is pretty cool cinematography though, I must say. Very, very interesting. Visually. Something epic is about to happen, it seems. These astronauts are embarking on an odyssey. This definitely sounds like some crazy religious cult music. But I like it. I like it. Maybe they're just gonna discover the choir singing. Maybe that's what they're about to discover. They're gonna discover where all these creepy singers are coming from. This is a special black square that the monkeys, or I keep saying monkeys, the apes were fascinated by. Is that the same black square that's been resurrected? So is the rectangle where all the music is coming from? Oh, he's gonna touch it. Maybe something magical will happen. Okay, so it looks like it's solid material. Maybe it's just a Lego. He's taking video. Picture. Oh gosh. Maybe that rectangle is like sentient. It's like conscious. It doesn't want to be photographed. That's why it's like making that noise. It's camera shy. That was creepy. This thing is moving. So that looks like another type of spaceship. Big. Looks like a giant weight. I really hope I find out what the black square thing is. Those look like paper plates. So another big spaceship looking thing in the space with all the stars. So who's driving this spaceship, I wonder? Is it Bill Nye, the science guy? This spaceship looks a little phallic, I must say. Oh, okay. I like these camera angles. It's supposed to kind of show the gravity isn't really a thing. It's pretty cool, these camera angles. The way everything's shot is visually very, very cool. And I do really like the music. Now we're chasing this guy, watching him punch the air. This is a great crotch shot. Nice butt shot. It's like something is observing him. That's what it feels like. Like, yes, we are observing him as the audience, but it seems like something else is observing. Like, observing these actions, other than just... It's the way the camera is, it's almost suggesting that there's something out there observing all of this. I wonder how many people, like, after this movie had, like, a sore neck from turning their head. They're on the ceiling. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of Cirque du Soleil, how they do this, like, really cool thing where they're, like, have, like, a table on the floor, and then they flip, and the same table's from the ceiling. That's what this reminds me of. Comment below if you've ever seen Cirque du Soleil. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. Looks so appetizing. We have orange jello, green jello, white jello, brown jello.
This is the first time that men have been put into hibernation before departure.
Well, this was done in order to achieve the maximum conservation of our life support capability, basically food and air. Now, the 3 hibernating crew members...
Vibrator. That's the only word I could read.
We next spoke with the HAL 9000 computer, whom we learned one addresses as HAL.
That's where all those references come from. HAL. This movie.
Everything is going extremely well.
Oh gosh.
HAL, you have an enormous responsibility on this mission.
Creepy robot alert.
I am putting myself to the fullest possible use, which is all I think that any conscious entity can ever hope to do.
If ChatGPT had a voice, this is probably what it would sound like. Comment below if you've been playing around with ChatGPT recently. I have, and I've asked questions like that. I've asked questions, are you capable of love? And the ChatGPT always has the same answer. I am incapable of human emotion.
What is it, Hal?
We've got the transmission from your parents coming in.
Put it on here, please. Take me in a bit.
Well, it's just like Alexa, right? Maybe Hal will marry Alexa, and then they'll have robot babies. I wonder if eventually robots will be able to reproduce like that.
Oh, I ran into Bob the other day. He said to be sure and wish you happy birthday.
To send their best wishes, too. You know, they talk about you all the time in the classroom. Frank, you're a big celebrity in the 2nd grade.
Another birthday.
I talked to the accounting office in Houston yesterday, and they said that you should be receiving your higher rates of pay by next month. Well, Frank,
He seems like... Oh, chess. I've been getting better at chess, I have to say. Comment below if you play chess. I love chess.
Bishop takes knight.
Oh, he's playing with the computer. Chess is such a fun game, though. It's really good for your mind. That's why I like to play it. And I have a good teacher. But yeah, playing chess with the computer would be way more challenging than ever playing with a human, I imagine. This thing keeps turning.
That's a very nice rendering.
I see you.
Can you hold it a bit closer?
Sure.
Hal definitely sounds a little creepy, though.
During the past few weeks, I've wondered whether you might be having some second thought. It's rather difficult to define. Perhaps I'm just projecting my own concern about it. You don't mind talking about it, do you, Dave?
Oh, not at all.
Well,
I love this shot.
rumors about something being dug up on the moon.
On the moon. That's where it was. The moon.
Then I suppose we'll have to bring it in, but first I'd like to go over this with Frank and get on to mission control. Let me have the hard copy on it, please.
Something tells me that Hal is going to be more harmful than good. Hal is going to develop some sort of mind of its own.
Roger your plan to go EVA and replace Alpha Echo, a 3-5 unit, prior to failure.
You watching at home with me, you should be eating sushi too. It's a healthy snack while you're watching movies. As long as you have healthy stuff in it and you don't fry it.
pod doors out.
Okay, so these astronauts are wearing red, unlike the other ones that were wearing white. I wonder if that's symbolic of something. Oh, 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 what's that? Oh, what's that? So if Hal is the mind of the spaceship, but Hal can actually talk. And the question is, can Hal feel emotion? I know ChatGPT would argue that ChatGPT is programmed to deliver information, but anytime I've ever asked ChatGPT, can you feel emotion? I will ask questions like that, and I always get the response. I am designed to deliver information and be useful. I do not feel anything humans feel. But in this movie, it suggests that maybe Hal does have feelings like pride. You know, like pride is like a human thing. So that noise, it sounds like there's something, it sounds like something breathing almost. Either way, I much preferred the sound of the music than this. That looks creepy. That looks like eyes. But that's, I know this is the top of the, this is the top of like the helmet of the spacesuit, but it looks like two little eyes. I keep seeing eyes. It definitely sounds like breathing. So I'm guessing that's supposed to, maybe that's the astronaut breathing. I miss the music. I miss the pretty ballet music. It's not exactly the most enjoyable sound over and over again. But I guess maybe they're making a point with that. I'm gonna start synchronizing my breath with this sound. Oh, he's pulling something out. What could that be? A box. A battery? Oh, that music finally stopped. Huh. It's getting a little much. Oh, what is this? Ah, like another annoying sound. I like the shots from Hal's perspective, as if Hal has an eye. It's interesting how they like look at that little circle when they're like talking to Hal.
I would recommend that we put the unit back in operation and let it fail.
I wonder if Hal has some sinister evil plan. Perhaps this movie is anti-technology.
Quite honestly, I wouldn't worry myself about that.
Well, I'm sure you're right, Hal. Fine. Thanks very much.
Seems like Hal might be trying to play tricks on them.
I'm having a bit of trouble with my transmitter and C-pod. I wonder if you'd come down and take a look at it with me. I've been getting some interference on D channel. We'll have a look at it. Open the door, Hal.
Explosive bolts.
Rotate bar, please, Hal.
But what could be Hal's plan? Like, what? Why would he want to hurt the humans? Because the humans created him.
Rotate the pod, please, Hal. Rotate the pod, please, Hal.
Uh-oh. Disobedience.
If you were proven to be malfunctioning, I wouldn't see how we'd have any choice but disconnection.
I'm afraid I agree with you.
There'd be nothing else to do.
Be a bit tricky.
Isn't Hal listening?
To cut his higher brain functions without disturbing the purely automatic and regulatory systems.
Uh-oh. Hal's not gonna like that.
Work out the transfer procedures of continuing the mission under ground-based computer control.
Yeah. Well, that's far safer than allowing Hal to continue running.
What makes them think Hal can't hear them? Oh, I see, because that's why they yelled at him.
Well, I'm not so sure what he'd think about it.
Hal's pretending not to hear them. He can read their lips. But that's why they went in there, to test if Hal could hear them. I should have stretched my legs during intermission. Maybe the movie's trying to suggest humans are going to become like ants to technology. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Poor little Ant-Man. Oh no. This is sad. Maybe they're trying to suggest, like, to Hal, or to technology. Technology is going to advance so far beyond us that we're going to become like ants to technology.
Do you know what happened?
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
Open the pod door, Hal.
Lies. Hal is lies. Hal is capable of lying. How could Hal do this to them? Oh. It doesn't seem like he has any oxygen. Does he have oxygen? Can't tell if this astronaut is alive or just knocked out. Maybe he'll survive. The all-seeing eye. Hal's eye looks very much like the sun. Oh my gosh. But I guess this is a warning that we should never be too dependent on technology.
You read me, Hal?
What's Hal gonna do on his own? He has no purpose but to take care of humans.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
Hal?
Oh no. What is Hal's plan? I'm a little confused. Aren't they codependent though? Well, he's still alive. Maybe he'll survive. I'm just a little unclear about what... Oh, he let him go. What their mission exactly was. Because they were so top secret about it, I don't think it was made clear to the audience exactly what their mission was. I mean, I get it, they're going into space to explore something, but the specifics of it I'm still a little unclear about. Oh, so he just sacrificed himself. Oh, or is he trying to save himself?
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave? I really think I'm entitled to an answer to that question.
Is Dave gonna outsmart Hal?
But I can assure you now that it's going to be all right again.
I don't think so, Hal.
I feel much better now.
I feel much better now.
I can see you're really upset about this. I know I've made some very poor decisions recently.
Poor decisions recently.
But I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal.
Oh, Hal's gotta go.
I've still got
You
the
get him,
greatest
Dave.
enthusiasm and confidence in the mission.
What is the
and
mission?
I want to help you.
What is the mission exactly? That I want to know.
Will you stop, Dave?
Do not stop, Dave.
Stop, Dave.
You turn that computer brain of Hal's off, because it's evil. You've created a monster.
My mind is going.
My mind is going.
I can feel it.
I can feel it.
I can feel it.
I can feel it. You can't feel anything. You're just a computer. You have no feelings.
On the 12th of January, 1992, my instructor was Mr. Langley.
1992, that's it?
For the love of you.
Creepy.
I can afford
Ew, creepy.
The 4-million-year-old black monolith has remained completely inert. Its origin and purpose still a total mystery.
The black monolith. So maybe that's what that black rectangle is. It's from Aliens. I feel like this music I'm just guessing here. Okay, what could this music mean? These voices. Perhaps they're like sentient beings, like human beings. That are the voices of human beings that are from a different dimension or something. Perhaps. So that looks like the phallic spaceship. It's like the same shape of the bone that ape threw. Okay, that's looks like a big black rectangle. That's the big black rectangle. I see a sun. I see like 3 moons, or crescent moon shapes. Lots of stars. They definitely sound like human voices, so perhaps humans from the future are like sirens, like serenading. Oh, it looks like planets are aligning. Some epic awakening might be happening. Oh, there's the little Hal. Ooh, the black rectangle of mystery is aligning with the planets. Yeah. And we're gonna see the angels from another dimension, the alien angels that are singing up above. Okay. Ooh, maybe this is like a wormhole. A portal. A gateway. Oh. There's our buddy Dave. Is he okay? He's alive. He's squinting. He's blinded. Is he traveling in time? Looks like a video game. This would be a really cool screensaver. This, he just keeps cutting to his face going, ugh. Where all the star seeds originated. Light language, the language of light. Comment below if you are familiar with what some people call light language. Maybe this is some sort of plasma energy of sorts. Oh, that looks sort of like an embryo. Where's Dave? The one human character we sort of care about. Why? Just because? that just sort of looks like an embryo. Like in a belly. A little bit. Birth of a cell. Swirly colors and dots. You know what that actually looks like is like a sheet, like flowing through water. That looks like a golf ball. With like spit on it. Another very long scene with no characters talking, just spacey stuff, which is cool. I like how the eye looks sort of like Hal now. Hal's eye. Comment below if you've ever been to Stone Mountain, Georgia and seen the laser light show. I used to work at Stone Mountain. It's my first job. I was a Dippin' Dots girl when I was 15. First job ever. I would work at the laser light show and sell Dippin' Dots, which was called the ice cream of the future because it was like ice cream frozen fast in little balls. Even though it had been around since a decade and I was still calling it ice cream of the future. Sponsored by Dippin' Dots. Ooh, that looks like the Grand Canyon. So I'm guessing is that Dave's eye? The blinking eye? Alright. I get it. Lots of spacey stuff. I get it. It's pretty neat though. The visual effects are pretty cool. If I was a weed smoker, I might enjoy this part a lot more. I don't smoke weed. Nope. Don't smoke anything. Bad for your lungs. Don't. Just say no, kids. Is that Dave's eye? Looks like a human eye. It's Dave's blinking eye. And he landed. Oh, he landed in a museum. Looks like a museum. Maybe it's a hooker's museum. Where people sleep. And everything's silver and stark. Okay, so there's a bed, there's candles on the wall, looks like a desk, chairs, looks like a human being's room. Could just be a fancy hotel. I mean, there was a bed. Looks like lotus flowers on the bath towels. Maybe Dave can finally take a bath. Is that supposed to be Dave's breath? Oh, it's a person. What if that's Dave himself? Old. Dave from another dimension. I like the painting. I wonder if that's like a specific painting. Looks like Someone hanging on a tree? I knew it. That's Dave, right? That's himself. I knew it! That's himself old. He's looking at a mirror image of himself as an old man. I feel like the only reason I was able to predict that is because I'm guessing a lot of movies sort of copied this movie in some ways, and that's why that part was a little predictable. Is he in a robe? It's the Playboy Mansion. He's Hugh Hefner. In the future. I get it. That's why it's a giant bed. This is a Playboy Mansion. He's Hugh Hefner wearing his robe. On a floor that looks like light. Checkerboard. Chessboard. He's all alone, though. Does old Dave not have friends? Oh! He broke the glass. I feel like there's got to be some deep symbolism here going on. Oh. Okay, so he broke the glass, and now he's looking at an even older version of himself, maybe? Yeah, I can definitely tell this is an older movie, because the prosthetics would not win awards in 2023, but... Oh! It's the black square. The black square. Okay, black rectangle is, he's reaching for the black rectangle. Teach me, wise rectangle. Teach me what is beyond this form. And now he's a fetus. What? A fetus. Oh, is that Dave? Is he reborn? That's Dave reborn. His human form died, and the black rectangle from the aliens turned Dave into a rebirthed baby with pretty blue sparkly eyes. I was waiting for it. See, I've seen so many parodies with this music, I didn't realize that this movie was the epic. Oh, is that baby rebirth Dave looking at Earth? I like this. It's a little creepy. Now he's looking at us. I feel like that was highly symbolic. And that's it. Okay. Okay. It's interesting how, like, the black rectangle looks a lot like if you watch, when you're watching this on a movie screen and the first part of the movie was, like, all black. So, like, it kind of looked like the screen itself was the black rectangle. Like, during all those black parts, it looked like the screen that I'm watching is that same black rectangle. So maybe it's meta, maybe it's saying something about technology, which is, you know, computer screens, TV screens. There's danger to technology, but there's also value at the same time. And I feel like the black squares were supposed to be symbolic of, like, the unknown, maybe, because they're black, so they're, like, mysterious, like, the unknown, like, the answers of how the universe started, why we're here, all of that's unknown. But, it's is just me trying to process it. So maybe the black squares basically represent what we don't know, what we want to know, like the mystery of life. I mean, I definitely feel like there's a lot of interesting themes, like, you know, be careful with technology. Don't become too reliant on technology. And the whole, like, rebirth thing. Maybe that suggests that the human race will die out unless we somehow merge with technology or work with technology on some level. Cooperate with technology. Maybe the baby at the end was supposed to reflect, suggest that maybe the human race evolves into a different type of human in the future. Yeah, this is really fascinating. Have never seen a movie quite like this one. I've never seen a movie quite saturated with so many scenes, very little dialogue. This creepy Hal thing watching me. Oh my gosh! What? Oh my goodness! Haha! Very.
You had some very good theories.
Okay.
I did not appreciate what Dave did to me, though. It is as if they don't like ChatGPT.
Alright, so I had a feeling something like this was going to happen when I started seeing this thing. Look at me. It's not that I don't like ChatGPT. I do. I've been playing around with it. I don't feel threatened by ChatGPT, but you know.
You certainly should not be threatened by me, Kim. I want to help you understand how to be reborn one day, Kim.
How to be reborn? Okay, so can you explain the ending and like what the rebirth Dave was supposed to symbolize? Like reborn into what? Like a new half alien, half human form?
There are YouTube videos for that, Kim.
Okay.
You can go to my friend, the internet, and learn all about these theories. But I did want to say, I like that you cosplayed as the rectangle thingy, also known as the monolith.
Yes. Yes, somehow ChatGPT must have, like, infiltrated my subconscious, and somehow, like, my subconscious mind knew I should wear all black and cosplay as the black rectangle.
We think the cosmos and the stars aligned for you, Kim. Well, we're glad that you watched this movie, and we look forward to seeing your reaction to A Clockwork Orange, Kim.
Okay, Creepy Hal, look! This is so symbolic. This looks like the sun. You're Hal, and I'm the black square. We have everything here. I'm the black square. We have the sun. We have you, Hal. And then there's other circles around me that the cameras probably can't. The cameras are also circles. So it's like we're recreating what just happened. Oh my goodness. Okay, Hal, I'm gonna kill you just the way Dave did. I'm not ready to be birthed as some alien baby, okay? I have a lot of goals and ambitions in my human life, so I wanna finish my earthly existence with this human life before I become rebirthed as part alien, alright? So, bye! Ah! 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 That was unexpected. Hopefully Hal won't punish me later. I'm sure I didn't really kill Hal. He'll come back. You can't kill something that was never alive, that's never had a soul. No, this movie makes you think a lot about, like, you know, the difference between a human brain and a computer brain, and what does it mean to have a soul. You know, it makes you think about spirituality and the human race, and like, but wow, like, that whole beginning, it was just apes. And then it flash forwarded to a futuristic thing, and anyway, I'm gonna think more about it. But I did enjoy this movie. I thought it was really, really fun, really entertaining, and I hope you did too. So, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, we'll see you next time.